Hey everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina, and today I'm going to show you how to make these little window bags using the Curvy Keepsake Box. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take a piece of 6x12 cardstock and I'm going to use the Curvy Keepsakes die, and I'm just going to send that right onto this piece of cardstock, and I'm going to take a small circle die to create our little window, and I'm going to put it on the side that has the slit in it. That's the side that the handles go through and sticks out the most of the die. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through my Big Shot. And I'm going to die cut this a second time, and this time I'm not going to do a window. So I'm just going to go ahead and run this through, and then I might as well throw on my little tag die that comes in that die set, and we'll cut that out because I'm going to need that too for my little box. And my final die cut I'm going to do is a piece of acetate, and I'm taking another circle die, which is just a size bigger than the one I used to create my window, and we'll also die cut that. I'm going to go ahead and take my window piece that I have punched out, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere my piece of acetate to create my little window, and I'm just going to use my Tombow Mono and just put a little bit of glue going around there, not too much because I don't want it to seep through. So I'm just going to set this aside to dry for a second. While that's doing that, I'm going to pull out my foam mat and my second piece that doesn't have the window punched out, and I'm going to take my paper piercer and do a pierced edge going all around this section that has the slit in it. Okay, now that I have my paper piercing done, I'm just going to go ahead and put my little box together. So I'm taking my two pieces and folding them on the score lines. I am going to add some adhesive to the bottom of one of my sections here. So I'm just going to use my snail adhesive. You probably want to use something a little bit stronger than that. And what you're going to do is take the opposite, so that your handles are opposite each other, and adhere those down. Just like so. The handles have little score lines so that you can fold the handles back. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And then we pinch those two handles together. And what I like to do is kind of push down a little bit to help start forming that little round that we want to this. And take my flaps and fold them over. And that forms our little box with the window. So let me just show you how I decorated this. I took a piece of cherry cobbler sheer ribbon and just tied a bow right at the handle. I pulled off a piece of linen thread, and then I'm going to take one of these little snowflake embellishments that have the little loop in it, and then that little die piece that I cut out, and I'm just going to go ahead and run my linen thread through those sections. I'm then just going to go ahead and tie the tag with the snowflake on it right to the handle of my box. Trim off those little extra pieces. So those are my boxes, and I really had fun making these. I did a couple of them, so I have them ready for the holidays. And I really like doing the window in them and then doing the paper piercing going around because it gives a nice little added touch to it. I also did a couple versions for birthday gifts. This one I did in the So Saffron, and then I added some linen thread to the top, or linen ribbon rather, and then tied a happy birthday tag to it I'm not totally sold on using that kind of ribbon. I like the linen thread better. And then the leaves I did are with the Flower Patch stamp and die set. So I just stamped those out onto matching cardstock and then did my little tag on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll put a couple pictures at the very end of this video so you guys can see some better pictures of my finished projects. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.